That'll be a really good call. All right. Well, it is 12 o'clock, and we have Joellen, Phyllis, Christine, you, and myself. We may have some other people join us as we get going. My sessions that I have here. So good afternoon, everyone. Can everyone hear me okay, first of all?
Yes.
Okay, good. Okay, good afternoon or morning if you are on the West Coast. It's really nice to see you here for Orientation Day in the Virtual Business Salon. Thank you for taking time out of your busy day. I know each of you are extremely busy in your business and growing it, and to take this time out to attend this session is I really appreciate it, and it's really going to be worthwhile to you to help you learn how to use the salon so that you can help grow, may I even say transform it in a way that it becomes a better version of what it currently is right now. And this is, of course, so that you achieve the success that you desire and you get what you came to get when you joined the salon, that you absolutely get everything that you came for here. Just a couple of housekeeping issues so we have the cleanest recording possible. Keep your microphone muted until you're ready to talk, and that is just to help decrease the background noise. How you can do that is at the top of your screen. If you hover your mouse at the top of the Google Hangout video, you will see a microphone, and then when you want to talk, you can click it again to unmute yourself. Also, we do have the chat open. So I have it open on my screen, and I see Phyllis has noted that Jocelyn is joining soon. That's fabulous. Great. If you want to open up the chat on the left-hand side of your video, it's the very top button. It's a icon. It's a blue button. You can just click on that, and it will bring up the chat box on the right. It's just another place to interact between yourselves. How you can do that is at the top of your screen. If you hover your mouse at the top of the Google Hangout video, you will feedback on my own end. Microphone, and then when you want to talk, you can click it again to unmute yourself. Being funky. Also, I'm going to put this on. The chat open. So I have it open on my screen, and I see Phyllis has noted that Jocelyn is joining soon. That's fabulous. Great. If you want to open up the chat on the left-hand side of your video, it's the very top button. It's an icon. Hear that? Button. Click on that, and it will bring up the chat box on the right. It's just another place to interact between yourselves. That is at the top of your screen. If you hover.
Oh, really funky.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. It seems like it stopped. All right. That's what I mean by Google Hangouts being a little funky. All right. So welcome everyone who is here. What I'd like to do now is get into the presentation that I have for you, and let me bring up the screen share. Here we go. Share. Now, if you do not see this screen, let me know. Give me a shout out, unmute your microphone, and let me know that you're not seeing this. If I don't hear you say anything, I'm going to assume that you're going to see my screen. And I do have multiple slides, so if the screen does not change, let me know that as well. So welcome to Orientation Day, how to get the most out of your virtual business salon mastermind membership. We'll discuss membership benefits, the ins and outs of how to participate in the salon using the Google Hangouts. We'll tour the salon Facebook group, and of course we have some more things to discuss as well in this orientation day. Specifically in this orientation session, we'll cover why the salon, why did I form this salon, and what did I see in the marketplace that wasn't being served that led to the creation of this program. Briefly talk about who the salon is for, and if you are a salon member, the typical things that you may be looking for to achieve in the salon. We'll take a tour of what I like to call the different rooms of the salon, that make it up, and these are the areas in which you will participate, and also we'll show where the resources are that you can use. We'll talk a little bit about the limit question, how large will this group become, as well as tips to enjoy your salon experience. Okay, just want to make sure here everyone is present. Okay, great. About a year ago, I was part of a group that was all about deepening online relationships. One of the activities that we were asked to think about was to think about what the virtual space of our business looked like and create gauges with us on our online space, because we can think of our virtual space as our virtual home. It's really a home, and you can think of it as kind of like your living room and the different rooms that you have in your home. And that's what I was envisioning when I created this space. This image is one that inspired me to use as our virtual space in the salon. And you'll notice that there's a table. It's outdoors, it's elegant, it's somewhat fancy, but not too fancy to be really comfortable. It has my favorite flowers on the table, hydrangeas and roses. Those are my absolute favorites. Have those planted in my yard everywhere. Just love them. So it's outdoors, it's elegant, we're able to sit and talk with each other in a beautiful space, in a more intimate way rather than a sterile, humongous crowd that doesn't have any real personality and is kind of generic, and it's so big that we're not able to really get to know others in the group. A salon, by definition, is an intimate event where intellectual conversation takes place, yet, I wanted to create something that wasn't stuffy. So this picture really does depict the type of space that I want to create in the salon. It's intimate, it's comfortable, we get to know each other well, yet we're going to have a crowd large enough where we can meet many other interesting people. Our space has a French country vintage feel. It's elegant, casual, sophisticated, smart, and comfy, of course. So this is how I envision our space in the salon, and I try to create this with the types of images that I'm posting and the colors that everything gives you a certain type of feel of being in this space. The reason I created the salon is because I could see that there were some issues in other business coaching groups I was part of, and maybe issues isn't the right word. It's probably more, it was personality. It's just the way we were. Those issues, those traits that these groups had was that there was little personalized attention, even though at times personalized attention was promised, it really wasn't delivered. So that's something in our salon here, the virtual business salon, that I'm going to be very mindful of, is to give each of you personalized attention and not have you get lost and not hear from me if I'm not hearing from you. Another thing that I also many times, and this isn't with every group, this is more with those humongous groups that I'm referring to, is the price tag to participate was really out of proportion with the value received. I saw so many of these bigger groups who were targeted to what I would consider more a newish entrepreneur, someone who really didn't have a whole lot of experience, and the topics covered in the groups were, in my mind, pretty basic, pretty fundamental, yet many of those groups had really hefty price tags, like $9,000, $10,000, $11,000 to participate, which I think is just outrageous for the type of content and training that was being shared. So you are in the right place in the salon if you are looking to become part of a group of entrepreneurs who even if you're newer in business, are operating at a higher level and have some knowledge, skills, experience, mindset that some other people in lower level groups may not have. And we do have many people in the salon who have ample business smarts that they can share with everyone present. So I see a higher level group with a lot of experience, which I'm really appreciative of. It's also a place where you can ask very specific questions about topics as they apply to your business, and you can get help and having those questions answered when you need them answered. It's for a person who likes to be part of a dynamic community of people who share the same goals as what you do, and that is to build a business that supports your vision and your desired lifestyle and is financially successful. This is really, really important to me. It could be that the salon is perfect for you if you are experiencing success in your business, but you're ready to up level and you need a degree of business expertise and support to help back you up to get to that higher level. And of course, if you do want some individualized attention, this is really, really a good place to be. And if you want business mastery advice to help you grow your business, and that comes from not only the members who are present, because we have many very skilled, knowledgeable, experienced business owners in this group, but also working with me and the business experience that I bring to the table. And it's also for you if you are seeking accountability, because there is a lot of accountability in this group. There's multiple opportunities to be accountable in any one week, whether it's at the beginning of the week, stating what things you're going to be focusing on that week to grow your business, or it's the weekly check-in for people where I'm following up on goals that they had stated previously that they were going after, and it's just checking in. Hey, how you doing that? Or it could be the accountability in the form of the monthly goals that you are seeking to accomplish. And I think that setting some sort of goal is really important to pull us forward, because it helps then lay out the action steps that we'll be taking to grow our business. And it doesn't have to be, it has to be a goal that will pull you forward. It has to stretch you, but it doesn't have to be outrageous to move your business forward. I like to think of moving your business forward is more effective at baby steps, taking baby steps, than it is by trying to take these big leaps at times on a consistent basis and an ongoing basis, because that can be overwhelming. So I just want to check in before I get into the next part of the presentation to see if there are any questions from any of you. So I'll stop sharing the slide here, and I am back. Do we have any questions from, oh, okay, did you not see the presentation? Okay. Okay, you did see. Okay, Phyllis, I was reading your comment on the chat. You see a black screen. I think it takes a couple seconds for the screen to come up. Okay, great. Are there any questions? If not, I'll move into the rest of the presentation. Okay, Phyllis, all is well. Great. Okay. So I have to restart it. Who the salon is for. It is persnickety. So let's go in here. Start sharing the screen. Just give me a second. It's always easier to keep it up, but I don't like to keep it up all the time. I like to check in. All right, let's see if I can bring it up now. Okay, for some reason it's not seeing my document, but maybe it will now. Let me double check. Okay, here we go. Okay, we are back. Let me get down to where we were. All right, let's take a tour of the salon. At a high level, this is what you receive in the salon to help you grow your business. There's a business educational component, there's accountability, there is feedback which takes place in the Facebook forum, there's clarity, we have community, we also have the coaching calls. So at a very high level, these are the pieces of the virtual business salon to help you grow your business. Getting into some of the specific features of this program, which are all geared to help you grow a very successful business, financially successful business, is we have our virtual group meetings. And in total, over a 9-month period, we have 16 mastermind and Q&A calls. And these calls are places where you can come to get your business questions answered, and as well as get coaching from me and masterminding with your virtual salon business mastermind peers, where everyone can chime in and share their collective wisdom with whoever is being coached at the moment. Just by virtue of the time limit that we have, not everyone will be able to get coaching on the mastermind calls, but everyone, of course, benefit while other people are being coached. Every week I will ask for, when we do have a coaching call scheduled, I will ask for questions to be covered on that coaching and mastermind call, the Q&A call. So if there is something that, if you want to get coaching that day, be sure to post what your topic or what your question is in the thread where I do request for those things to be posted. And I'll usually give you a couple days notice, of maybe I think 2 days is about right. Any more than that, and it becomes, some of the topics might become irrelevant. So it'll usually be 2 days. I'll try to give you 2 days. I know with the last one I posted it that morning, but I will try to give you 2 days notice. We also will have 8 60-minute lunch and learn educational webinars, and these are marketing and sales topics as well as a little bit of branding. They're 60 minutes long because I want to give you bite-sized pieces of these topics, as well as give you some actions that you can take that will be on the easier side to implement and not take you weeks and weeks to do, because I'd rather see you, again, take a forward step, and even if it's a small step, it will help move your business forward. We will also have one 4-hour business planning retreat in December 2015, so that's really only a few months away. Not that far. It'll be here before we know it, and that is to help you plan your 2016 business plan. We also have our educational topics, and this graphic is actually posted in the Virtual Business Salon Mastermind forum in the Files tab. As you can see, it's sales, marketing, and branding focused, and then we have our annual Virtual Business Plan retreat. The Virtual Business Salon is 9 months, and you'll notice that there are more than 9 topics noted here. If you take a look at, the marketing piece and the sales piece, and we have the branding, this is all these pieces are part of the Virtual Business Planning Retreat, which is a 4-hour retreat. So there are many topics which I will cycle through over the life of the salon, and some of them may not be in your specific time period, but everything will build on top of another. And of course, after your first 9 months in the salon, if you'd like to continue, that would be wonderful to get additional topics, additional educational topics, and access to that. We also have the weekly accountability piece of the Virtual Business Salon, where these are the things where I will post the weekly check-ins, the monthly goals. Your mission is all tied to the business education series, where there is a mission and assignment to do. And there's some gamification involved with that if you do complete your assignment and post it by the due date, you get entered in a drawing to win a prize. And there's always some a creative aspect that I'd like to add to the salon as well and keep going. In the upper right-hand corner, you can see evidence of that, where I have your passions and interests, and it just gets you thinking about your business in a different way. Now, the number of posts each week will depend on the different activities that we have in the salon. You may find some weeks that I will be posting every day, and other weeks where I may not be posting every day. And I'm thinking more of the week we have a business education call, because you're going to be busy with an assignment. I'm not going to be asking you to do a whole lot of other things at that time. So the activity will always be there, but I am mindful of not just shoving posts at you to have you complete. So let me know as well if you're getting enough or not enough, and I'll adjust the activity level. We also have the virtual group e-coaching, which is a component of the salon. This is where weekly coaching and accountability takes place in the Facebook forum on the page, the Facebook forum page, and this is a place to get your business questions answered in between the coaching calls. We will take a break December 18th to January 4th, and this is so that you can work on refining your business plan that we will be at least starting to draft out during the virtual retreat in December. Really want you to focus on that and get that polished, and of course have some rest and relaxation as well. Another component of the salon is monthly promotional opportunities, and this is to help you gain exposure for your work and new clients. It's monthly sharing of an offer with a link, and the reason I have set it up this way is, I don't know about you, but I'm part of some groups where all the posts seem to be strictly about promotion. That's all it is people are promoting their things, and that is fine if that's the type of group that it is, but the salon is not that type of group. It's a business coaching group, it's a community, and I think it is very important to share what's going on in our business and what we're offering to generate revenue, but I do want to manage the amount of promotional posts. I don't want it to become that type of group. So every month you will be given an opportunity to share what offers you're going to be promoting, which I think is sufficient, because we're never promoting more than one thing in a month's time anyway. And then of course getting help to promote it. I will help promote your things, and if you want your things promoted, be sure to help promote other people's things. So we have that reciprocity there, going back and forth. And feel free also to have some special offers for salon members. Maybe it's an added discount above and beyond what you're offering the general public. One other thing that I will be doing, this is another promotional opportunity as we get into the program a little deeper and people start getting some results and successes, is I may ask to do a case study on you, and then I will highlight you in my blog and also share your story by social media. So this is additional promotional opportunities for you to get the word out about your business, and it truly does matter. The more people see us, they may not respond at the very beginning when they first see what we have to offer, but as they become more familiar with who we are and check us out a little bit more, you will find that people will begin to respond. Another component of the virtual business salon is measuring your progress. It's really important for me that you grow while you are in this program and don't stay static. And the only way that we can both evaluate that is by measuring where you currently are and checking in every so often to see what your growth has been and what you've accomplished. And the tools that we will do that in the salon are the coaching intake form, Many of you have already completed your coaching intake forms. Some of you have not. So what I will be doing is taking a look at them, and if you have not, I will post in the salon and think of it as a call out that I will mention your name and ask you to complete this form. I will also be checking in every 3 months in the salon to see where you're at in regards to items that you had noted on your coaching intake form. We will also have 2 surveys, and the survey at the beginning of your enrollment period, and then of course the survey near the end, which will measure your results, and monthly accountability for VIP members, the private VIP members of the salon. So are there any questions about anything that I have covered so far? And you can unmute yourself and state it here, or you can type it in the chat. Okay, Christine, she has no questions. Okay, all right. Seems like there are no questions, so I will keep moving. These are the rooms of the salon. I showed you our outdoor space, and now let's talk a little bit more about the indoor space. The salon is built on 4 different rooms where things happen. We have our private Facebook group page, which is the main room of the salon. You can think of that as the living room of our space. We have our events which take place, which are the Mastermind and Q&A calls and the business education events. I kind of think of those as our garden or our backyard. We have the files and resources, which I like to think of as our pantry. It's a place that we go to get all those things that we need to cook up our successful business, if you will. And then we have our Google Hangouts, which is the outdoor space. It's that place that we go to that's outside of the salon space that we've set up in the Facebook. So let me just talk a little bit about the Facebook page, then I'll actually go on the website. I'm hoping that I can bring that up and you can see that. The Facebook group page, this is contextually the main page, the welcome page of the salon. It's the area where discussion and conversation about whatever topics you and I bring to our table, it's a place where we talk about that. And this can include specific projects you're working on, questions you have. It's also the place where I post accountability checks to pull you forward. So let me see if I can bring this up and show you a little bit about it, just to take you through it. You know, I've actually never done this, so that should be very interesting. Okay. I think I'll just ask you. Can anyone see the Facebook page? Is that coming up? Not yet. Okay, Phyllis, do you know how to share a Facebook page on Google Hangout? Oh, wait, here, I think I got it. All right. How about now? Okay, great, cool. All right, so let's go through the virtual business salon. You're all very familiar with this main page, and this is where I will post questions and gentle challenges to keep you on track and growing and helping you make forward progress in your business. And usually every week I will pin a post. I actually change this quite often, where I'll pin a post at the top. It's an important post that I want you to see and pay attention to. This is the place where I will post your weekly call-outs. I had some, I believe it was yesterday, where I had some call-outs for you. And so you're all pretty familiar with this main space here. This is the discussion thread, and this is where all those different types of things will be posted, such as the call-outs and the accountability checks, your questions, information about events that are taking place. This thread here, the discussion thread, is your day-to-day connection in the virtual business salon mastermind. And you can ask anything you want in the salon. If you're looking for resources, if you need help with copy or sales pages, you're looking for tech help, strategy, tactics, feedback, brainstorming, anything that it is that you're looking for, you can ask me as well as your fellow salon members to review materials. And I do want to point out, and I'll be giving some tips about how often to participate in the salon, but I just want to put it out there that if we want help in promoting our things, or we want help in having some copy reviewed or getting feedback on whatever it is that we're posting, that we also be willing to give that to other people as well. So just keep that in mind, because we do have a small group, so the success of it really will be dependent on everyone participating at least to some degree. This is also a place where the e-coaching takes place. So we have our mastermind and our Q&A calls, which are the calls that happen twice a month, but this is where you can get coaching in between those calls. So be sure to utilize this space and, of course, tap into the knowledge of the group that is assembled here. Another room in the salon is the events. So I'll click on this tab here, and you can see that all of the events for August are noted. We have our orientation day, which is today. We have a lunch and learn educational call, which is next Tuesday, which is all about referrals. And then we have one group mastermind call this month, which is Tuesday, August 25th, which is a great place to get some help with the mission, which you will be assigned in the lunch and learn educational call, or of course anything else that is going on in your business. And you can see all of the events from the main discussion page. If I go back here, you can see that the events are listed here. And they should be listed there, and you can click on it and it will take you right to all the things that are noted. Do keep in mind that if you cannot attend any of the sessions, whether it be training or a coaching call, that everything is recorded and you can listen in on them when you need to get the information. It is valuable to attend these calls, and I just want to point out that we do have normally 2 calls scheduled a month, but if you can't attend, about it, because you can listen to the recording later. But I also want to point out that the reason that I have 2 calls is to give all salon members multiple opportunities to receive coaching and masterminding during this program. For the first 3 months of the salon, I led only 1 coaching call per month, and it just didn't seem like enough. We had the educational topic, and then we had a coaching call. It just didn't seem like enough. So what I decided to do was add another coaching call, just again to give people opportunity. Is it a necessity to attend both coaching calls? Probably not, but just know that they are there for you for when you need them at your convenience. So I don't want anyone to feel overwhelmed because we have so much activity in the salon. This is your salon. You make it what you want it to be for you. And if you only need 1 coaching call per month, then just attend that 1 coaching call. But again, just know there's multiple opportunities for you to get the help that you need in the salon. And that's the primary reason I have 2 educational topics, or excuse me, 2 coaching calls per month. Now, every month we do have a different educational topic. In August, it is the Lunch and Learn call about referrals, where you will be assigned a mission. And I just want to point out that these sessions are a planned sequence. They do build upon one another, and I encourage you to attend these sessions if you can, if they are of relevant and are of interest and value to you. If they aren't, there's no need to attend. So what I'm trying to say is you don't need to attend every single event that we have in the salon. It's more important to me that you have ample opportunity to get the information that is important to you at a particular time. And of course, if you miss a call, you miss a session, you can always catch up with it with a recording. And the whole reason that I have a mission is so that you put into action the learning and apply it to your business very quickly, because this salon is all about business development, developing your business, and growing it. I do want to encourage people, if you do attend, to complete your mission, because right now I think the most I've ever had is 3 people who complete their mission, and you know, so there's plenty of opportunity to win a prize at this point, but let's not make it so easy on the people who are winning, okay? Because they're winning all the time, so that's good for them, but let's share it, okay? All right. So another thing I want to point out is the files page, and this is where all the goodies are posted. I call them the goodies in the salon. This is where all the recordings, the resources to help you apply the learnings from the educational topics are posted here, the salon program schedule, the welcome guide. This is the page where you will find all the information you need. So I just want to bring this up here. We have the program schedule, which has a listing of all the dates for the Mastermind and Q&A calls, as well as the business education calls. For all the programs, let me bring this one up. I will be posting all the links for the Mastermind and Q&A recordings, as well as the webinars and the resources that are uploaded for each of these topics. So if you want a central place to go to get the information, this is where you would go in this coaching call and educational events file that I have set up. Let's see if I can get back to what else we have going on here. It goes slow, so I'm just going to go into it another way here. So in the Files tab, we have our program schedule. We have our coaching calls, educational events, which houses all the recordings. And the handouts will also be individually uploaded as well. So there's multiple ways for you to get the content. And also here is the welcome packet. This includes all the information about the virtual business salon and how to use it. So definitely take a look at the resources here and see what's in here. There's actually a whole bunch here that I think going way back to the very beginning, where I think you will find some valuable things if you go back and take a peek about what's there. The Google Hangouts, of course, is another room which takes place outside of our salon home. So we take a trip to Google Land, such as we are today, and this is where we meet for the educational sessions. And you know, as you can see, it is a bit tricky to learn how to use, and it's not always perfect, and I'm trying to figure out its little quirks as we go, which is always a challenge, I think, sometimes. So let me close that down here and pull up the main page. So we go to Google Land for these types of things here. Are there any questions so far? I feel alone here. Does someone want to at least say hi to me? Okay, Phyllis, I'm looking at the chat here. Okay. Hi, Jocelyn. Do you find the Google Hangouts work better than Skype? No, I actually don't find that they work better, but what I like about the Google Hangout is that it is attached to YouTube, so if there is something that I want to promote and drive traffic to my website, it's showing up on YouTube, which is good for SEO. Skype, Phyllis is noting Skype is hard with more than 3 folks. Yes, I have heard that as well. Google Hangouts, I believe, up to 10 people can be seen on a Google Hangout, and then any more than that who are attending, they are viewers. And we can't necessarily see them. So good point, Phyllis, about more than 3. Yeah, okay, cool. All right. Well, I have a few more slides. I hope they come up. So let's see here. It's always quirky. Try to bring it up. I have a few more slides, and it's like, okay, here we go. I think what it is it's slow, and when I don't see it right away, I panic and think, oh my goodness, it's not working, but it's just slower. Okay, let me check the chat before I bring up the additional slides that we have, and we only have a couple more. Okay, Linda, I hadn't thought about the YouTube connection. Great idea for business. Yes. Is it possible to make folders in the files area bundle video with handouts? Yes, Christine, I do have the videos bundled with the handouts, and it was in that one file that I opened up, that one document. So yes, there are links to the webinars, and there are also links to the handouts, which I actually have posted remotely on my website. Yeah, so go take a peek at the Files tab, and it's one of the top documents. I think it's one of the first 5. Take a look at that. And Phyllis posted the link directly to that file. Thank you very much, Phyllis. She's my backup support here. All right, cool. All right, I'm going to get into the last few slides that we have and then open it up for questions once again. Okay. All right, so those are the rooms of the virtual business salon. Just a little bit about the salon. A question that I received often from some of you as you were thinking about enrolling in this program is, how large will this be? The way I envision this is it will be a limited program. I don't want it to become one of those humongous big things where it's just a group of people and nobody's really getting the help that they need. It's really, really important to me that you experience growth and success in the program. So my vision is currently, and I'm not at this point yet, so I don't know what this will feel like, but my current vision is to limit the membership to 50 people, knowing that only a certain % of those people are going to be posting on a consistent basis. Not all 50 people will. So hoping to keep it manageable. So the regular members would be 45 and the VIP memberships would be 5. But I don't know if 50 is the final number. It could be less than that. I can't really see it being any more than that without me having to hire help in the salon, and even getting up to 50, I may need to hire, some other coaches to help me, but I'm not envisioning that at a current point in time, at this current point in time. There is an opportunity for a private VIP membership, and I just want to point that out there because this is our orientation, and you're all familiar with the regular membership, but we do have a private VIP option, which gives you an opportunity to get even more personalized coaching from me. So that would be private coaching sessions that would take place on a monthly basis. There are accountability and success journals with feedback from me, and these are valuable because the questions that are in these journals do get you thinking back to what you successfully accomplished, what you achieved in the program, as well as where you're heading, where you're going in the future, and what things you need to do, what things you need to implement to get there. So it really is a great tool, these accountability and success journals, to keep you moving forward. And then we're looking longer term rather than just what's your 30-day goal, as we will be posting in the salon. The 3 90-day bold goals here are more strategic, because when we're working with a strategic business plan, we're typically thinking about quarters, 90 days, and it will tie in more to a strategic business plan. So It's just a little bit more bigger picture than the 30-day goals in the virtual business salon, which, don't get me wrong, are still wonderful. But in my business, I work on a 90-day basis. I don't work on a 30-day basis. It's just not big enough picture for me. So I like to work on the 90 days. And I encourage you to do that as well in your business, whether you're a private VIP member or a regular member. And you also get a 15% appreciation discount on other programs and services. If you're a regular member, you will get 10%. And what that means is if I'm holding another training session outside of the salon, whether it be a webinar or a teleseminar, you could get an additional discount on that. It could be if I have some information products which I'm promoting, you will get an additional discount on top of that from what the general public will receive. And the one main thing that I do want to point out about these private VIP memberships is for salon members, the rates are discounted from what my I'll call my regular private coaching clients pay. So they are discounted, and I can't forget, I do forget exactly how much I discounted them, but I believe it's around 30%. So that's a pretty significant discount when you're thinking about hourly rates. So if you're thinking that you need some more private help to help move you forward, you need help with a strategic business plan, and this is what happens a lot with the private VIP membership, is it's more strategic in nature. And there is I believe there is in the program invitation, there is some information about the private VIP membership. I just have a few tips to enjoy your salon experience, to help you navigate through the salon and learn how to use it best. We're here to support you, not stress you out in the salon. Just want to put that out there because I know with the number of people and the posting that sometimes it can seem overwhelming. The purpose of the salon is to support you and not become one more commitment that stresses you out. Now, the full details about how to use the salon are in the Welcome Quick Start Guide, which is posted in the Files tab in the salon. What I do recommend to stay on top of the activity and to stay engaged is visit the Facebook forum a minimum of 1 to 2 times per week. If you want to visit it daily, that's wonderful. If you want to visit it multiple times a day, that's fine, as long as it doesn't become the major part of your day. But what I do recommend is visiting a minimum of 1 to 2 times per week to stay engaged. So the good news is you don't have to be there all day, every day to get what you came for out of the salon, but do stay engaged. And do be willing to engage, even if at a minimum level of liking posts of others, whether it be my post or be other people's posts. You don't have to like everything, but at least engage in some way. If you engage in the form of making comments and providing feedback, that is even more valuable still. But plan to engage at a minimum level, and a better level, of course, would be making comments and providing feedback, because again, if that's what we're seeking, we want to be giving feedback so that when we ask for it, people give it to us. Do provide detail. If you do have a question that you want to post, or you want some feedback, do give us sufficient detail, yet strive to be concise. There are some posts that will be long in the salon. It's just the way it is. Depending on what's being asked, there will be some long posts. But my goal is not to pontificate and have you read a novel every time when you're reading a post. I'm going to try to be as concise as I can. So also please do the same. Give background information, but be very concise. Don't feel you have to respond and read every single post. This is really, really, really important. I heard from a couple people that they they were feeling a little bit overwhelmed because of all the posts that were going on. And this was especially the first week or two when we had our most current 21-day enrollment period. And there were a lot of posts. There was a lot of energy. And I loved it. But some people, it became overwhelming to them because they felt they had to read every single post. And you don't have to do that. And that's why I have this noted as a best practice when posting. Put the subject of your post in brackets so that others can scan the topic easily and search it on the Facebook page. On the main page, there is a search bar where you can type in a topic and you can see what other topics happen about that particular topic. So just want to point this out. You get out of the salon what you put into it. I don't want you to become overwhelmed. I want to help you use this in the best way possible so that it benefits you. So I'm going to stop sharing this slide and get back to the form here. And let me check the chat here. Jocelyn's asking, how does the 1 month VIP bonus work for referrals? You can answer later, just wondering. How does the 1 month? I'm not sure I understand that question, Jocelyn. So we'll have to touch on that later. And okay, and Phyllis, you have a great comment here. I found that with my high-end groups, if I check the first thing when I'm in Facebook, then I don't feel like I'm missing out. Do I like to have the main asker topic in brackets at the beginning? Yeah, I do. I think that helps me as well so that I can know right away, scan what's going on in the salon, and then I know how to respond. Okay. All right, so are there any questions about anything that I covered? Didn't I cover something that you have a question about? I want to make sure that you know how to use this space and that you know what benefits and features are part of the program so that you can use them all. All right, I'm going to call on someone. Phyllis, because I think you're unmiked or you're unmuted. So was this content, did it answer all your questions about the salon?
Am I unmuted now?
Oh, you're unmuted, yes.
Hey. My number?
You look great.
Yeah, Joshua and I were at client's house and we got to sit outside and I didn't put sunscreen on. I love everything that you've stated here, and I really appreciate you doing the orientation, because I've been in other groups that you jump in and you're totally lost. It's like, I don't know what to do, and the overwhelm piece really hits in. So I'm just really glad that you've taken the time to do this, and it's been a great hour for me.
Great, thank you. I appreciate that. And well, I think that's why I thought about doing this, because I was here, and Phyllis, you and I had actually spoken about this last week, where I was talking about some of the objections that I had that people were expressing, and it was the overwhelm piece. It was, how do I stay on top of it? I'm already busy, and so I knew I had to address that. We can spend as much time as we want in the salon as long as it doesn't interfere with our day. And you know what I mean by that, our productivity. But at the same time, I think giving some guidelines about how to use it best and how not to feel is valuable to everyone.
Oh, yeah, exactly. And that's something that, is a struggle for me at times, just because the nature of my business, I'm online, and I do have a good load of clients that the tasks are all varied, and it's easy to get sucked into straying away from, okay, my working hours are Monday through Thursday 9 to 3, Fridays for SOS type things, and all of a sudden you find that you're online 12 to 18 hours at a time, which I know not everybody in this group has that problem, But yeah, that's one of the things I'm really looking for support in, and slapping my hand for if you see me online at a post at a late hour or too early in the morning type of thing. But
Yeah.
I do appreciate the orientation call. It's just so valuable, and I'm glad you came up with that idea.
Well, you're welcome, and it just goes back to again, thinking about, okay, what am I hearing people say about the program, and then how can I address that? How can I dissolve that objection so that people
Oh,
don't
yeah.
have that worry?
Well, and the funny thing is that even though this is an orientation call and just this piece that we're talking about right now, you're actually, bringing out some really good coaching advice, and just keeping bringing things the front of mind. And I think in everyone's business, especially as a solopreneur, we tend to think we need to offer everything, including the kitchen sink with what we do, and we're not really seeing that our clients or potential clients don't need all that information at this very moment.
Mm-hmm.
That, and I'm guilty, totally guilty, because I want to bring full value, but at the same time, it's like a day at a time, a week at a time. Give as much as you can that your clients can really absorb and have that value.
Mm-hmm. I appreciate that. Thank you for sharing, Phyllis, even though I put you on the spot. I know I
Oh,
did.
that's okay. Actually, I have to jump off. I have another call to get on, but I really do appreciate. And one of the things, and I posted in the chat, that I do when I'm in great paying groups, especially, is I check once when I just hop on in the morning, because otherwise I feel like I might be missing out.
Mm-hmm.
With
Mm-hmm.
that. But
Well, I try to do that too. I try to, of course, hop in right away. Well, I'm the group leader, so I need to be present and posting my accountability checks. But yeah, I like to hop on in the morning and then a couple times throughout the day. Now, I'll be on vacation next week, but I'll still be hopping on in the morning and in the evening, probably not midday because we'll be out and about, but I will be there. In fact, I wasn't even going to mention that I was going to go on vacation because I thought that might dissuade people from posting. But keep posting. I'll be reading.
oh,
Okay.
thank you. Well, anyway, nice to see everybody's pictures and see you, Benita. And I'll see you all in the group, but I do have to jump off right now.
Okay. Bye,
Okay,
Phyllis.
bye-bye.
Alrighty. Well, that is all I have for you today, and I really appreciate it. And Jocelyn, you're stealing Phyllis away. Okay, that's great. You're the culprit. And Linda, I appreciate your comment about, you've been in the salon since the very beginning, and we only started in April. But yeah, it's a good reminder to not only see the benefits that you're entitled to, but why they exist, how to use them, and how to get the most out of the salon, where to go. So I really appreciate everyone for taking time out of your schedule today to be here and attend this session. And I hope that it really helped you understand how to get the most out of your membership, because as I've mentioned multiple times, and I'm very sincere about this, I do want you to be successful in the salon, more successful here than you have been anywhere else. That is my big vision as far as anywhere else in any coaching group. So that is my mission, is to support you. All right. Well, thank you, everyone. And I will be posting this video session probably, I would say, tomorrow. I usually try to edit out the first 15 minutes or so because that's just like, our prep time here. But or it's before we're actually live, so I'll edit that out, and it usually takes some time. So I will see each of you in the salon. Bye, everyone. Thanks for attending. You're welcome, Christine. Bye. Bye, Jocelyn. Bye, Linda. Bye, Joellen.